Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 604 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined, as always, by the feverish typing Stephen Kyle Brackey and Hollywood Ben Askren. He was on TMZ yesterday.
Hey, baby, I was on TMZ. You know how my wife's going Hollywood.
I know, because Logan, Jake, Chris, Paul followed her on Instagram, and now what she called. I'm not even going to say what he called your wife.
That's fine. I remember I interviewed her about it yesterday.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and then everything's good. And did you guys see? I didn't even realize it, but someone hit me up, and Logan and Jake came to our wrestling camps back in the day.
And that picture is really cool. I don't know if Tyler has it. Yeah, look at this. Oh wow.
Yeah, you know they were kind of cute little kids. I mean,
did they show promise?
Logan was kind of tough. Jake was kind of a little baby.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, actually, Kyle thinks they actually did go to one of your camps for real.
No, I knew the Photoshop was obviously... Because Christian was like, no, look at the picture. I'm like, yeah, I know the Photoshop is fake. But they are, like, young enough that Jake especially, he could have gone to one of your camps. And I knew they wrestled growing up.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely I'm probably 10 years older. I started teaching camps when I was 20 years old, so there's obviously a possibility. I could name all the camps I went to in Ohio. I did a Brian Keck one time. I did one at the Burnett facility. So I did a handful in Ohio.
But as far as you're aware, you've never instructed the Paul brothers?
No, I have not to my knowledge. Okay. Possible.
It's possible. Ben, you look good on the while we're on the topic. You look pretty good on the old jump rope there. I think that's...
You know what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you.
Well, have you guys ever heard of Buddy Lee?
No. Sounds like a 60s blues guitarist, though.
Yeah, he was a Greco wrestler.
Oh,
and yes. And when I was a kid, 11 years old, in Omaha, Nebraska, they held a Northern Plains, and Buddy Lee did a freaking jump rope exhibition. This dude was a wizard. Oh my God.
I think I know who you're talking about. And he would sell the jump ropes.
Yes.
I had one. Yes, I had one. Yes.
So my dad bought me a jump rope when I was, like 10 years old or whatever. No, I was probably a little older. That's probably correct. I was probably 12. 12 would be a good guess. But yeah, so I jump roped a lot in the basement because I didn't really have like anyone to train with. So I could whip a mean rope.
Yeah, I was telling Bracky, it's the most athletic thing I've seen you do outside of like wrestling before. I was like, dude, he looks good. It's pretty smooth. I don't know if Tyler played it or not yet, but it's good. It looks like you're moving pretty well.
Yeah.
I guess the hips got to be feeling good if you're doing the double jumps.
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, it felt. I mean, honestly, after about 6 weeks, it felt like this is great. What are you
doing that to Tyler? We've got a Buddy Lee.
We got Buddy Lee. He came to Tournament of Champions. Yeah, he came to Tournament of Champions when I was a kid, and they were good jump ropes too. I remember I had one.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, dude, that dude on a jump rope. Oh my gosh, he was crazy.
All right, yeah, he is a wizard. We got to show this. I don't know if he sells any products, but please buy all Buddy Lee products. Tyler's pulling it up right now. CrossFit into the jump rope.
144 mark, Tyler.
Yeah, we're going to get to 144. We're going to get to the real heat. And I can see why this inspired Ben.
Buddy Lee don't mess around. Well, actually inspired my dad because my dad went and bought me a damn jump rope.
Just wait,
but
it's
Buddy
coming.
Lee's the man.
All right, so if you're not watching,
crazy.
He's just doing regular jumping now. He's picking up. Oh my gosh! Now he's just like, I can't even describe it. It looks like it's like a Yanni Bryce Meredith scramble type of thing. You can't even describe it.
He just wrapped it around his arm.
Yep. Now he's been.
What a legend.
Yeah. So Buddy Lee, get your jump ropes there.
Wow.
Yeah, Ben Askren, Buddy Lee trained.
Buddy Lee sponsors the show now. That'd be tremendous.
Yeah. First sponsor in a while. Okay. Well, cool. We're getting hit up. I don't know about Bracky. You mentioned it, but we're getting hit up all the time at getting questions about this fight, Ben.
Yeah.
People are wondering if you're
Well,
actually going to
let's
train
do
for
this.
it.
Just like I did at my Oh yeah, I'm a trained. Just like I did at my practice. You guys got 3 minutes for any Jake Paul
No.
questions. Then we got to talk about wrestling.
They just-
then we're talking about wrestling. No
So
more Jake Paul.
every question I've got, they just want to make sure you are training and taking this seriously because they want you to win so bad.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very busy weekend in wrestling, and we hopefully now all the news happens basically right after the show ends. So
Seriously.
a coach could be fired, an athletic program could be shut down for a couple weeks, Penn State's duels could be canceled. They wait till the show's over. It's targeted. We understand it at this point, and it's okay. We deal with it. But we have to operate under the assumption that all this stuff's is going to happen, and that the worst won't happen. So for me, I think, one, the Iowa-Illinois duel is going to be fascinating, yet simultaneously a bloodbath, because Illinois has one of its better teams in years, but it's Iowa, and they match up great. And really, you can only really probably talk yourself into one win for Illinois.
Who you picking for the one win?
I mean, Mike Carr is the most likely winner, I would say, or Bronigal. So maybe
I
think
the bigger Bronigal would be the set number 2 upset that you could see, but not a lot.
And the next likeliest one would maybe be Wroblewski over Jacob Warner, and even that seems like a
really.
Well, I don't know, man. He beat Hoffman, who beat
Janzer.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That one feels a little bit of a stretch just because those are the guys that typically Jacob Warner
has no problems with.
Right. But Wroblewski has been much better so far this year than last year.
Yep. Obviously, well, Luke Luffman, I mean, he beat Orndorff and Hilger. So that's I suppose that's
I said Luffman yesterday. I think that's reasonable.
You love Luffman. Okay, so
I mean it's not likely, but when we're talking about who's the next most likely, I think it makes sense.
All right, so maybe it's gonna be 6-4 Iowa, one upset. We got a 5-5 split. Right there. I had it. I have a clean sweep for Iowa here. I don't as good as Illinois is wrestling right now. It's gonna be
I can see a clean sweep for sure.
Yes.
I think Illinois gets one somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I guess the odds are probably that would happen. I have the line
over under Christian half a match.
Man,
so you gotta pick 0 or 1.
I'll take the under.
Oh, I'll take the over. I'll take the over. Yeah,
they get one. Yeah. And you know what? That may be smart because who knows? Coach Brands could do a thing where he doesn't start a guy, or like the one week they didn't wrestle Kimmer. I don't know. It could be something like that where if you see a backup, but except a lot of their backups are really good.
Over's the good bet.
Okay, we'll see. I set the line at -40. What do you think?
Jeez Louise.
Is that crazy?
Yes.
So you take Illinois at +40?
I would take +40, yeah.
Yeah, just because there's so many things that could happen. If one thing happens, they don't get to 40.
Yeah, you're probably right.
What was
I
the
could
score
actually see
of Iowa, Minnesota, because I think Illinois is better than.
They are better, but they don't have Gable.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's a 7-point swing, really.
Yeah.
In a dual score.
So I mean, I could see Cardani and Lucas Bird keeping it closer, like majors.
What?
I know you.
You think Cardani keeps it to a major against Spencer?
He's not getting out of the first period.
Damn it.
What are you talking about?
Damn it. I'm trying to just help Illinois. I'm trying to help Illinois here. Damn it, Piles.
I mean, I'm just trying to help you. Everyone, we're live right now. Everyone just heard you say that. There's no turning back.
I know.
I'm trying to help.
No hot mics today.
Yeah, no hot mics.
Damn it.
So it was 35-4. It was 35-4.
So damn good.
Iowa over Minnesota. So they won by 31. So yeah, 40's about right. I don't know. It's but regardless, it's gonna be there's a lot of duels I'm really excited to watch. I mean, Northwestern versus Penn State is sneaky interesting because there's quite a few matches Northwestern not just can win, but is favored to win. 125. The weekend for let's just discuss Penn State's weekend, right? They're gonna have Northwestern and Indiana. Northwestern has some really, really good talent, and at 125, Robbie Howard's gonna have two solid guys in Michael D'Agostino and Brock Hudkins from Indiana. So D'Agostino he's really stingy. He's a tough guy to score on. I think this is a classic.
He's tough on top.
He's
too.
tough on top. I think this is the classic match that Robbie Howard, you think he can maybe win, and you can see glimpses that he's right there. But D'Agostino going to be too seasoned, too tough in a couple positions where Robbie's just not experienced yet. And it'll be a match where you kind of like bookmark this. Let's remember it in March. But I think D'Agostino wins that one by a takedown or so.
Was there man, because Robbie Howard was the number one guy, he was a world teamer. Is there some kind of rumors you guys are hearing that's saying like he's not going to be, because we're talking about 125 being not that tough this year, so it seems like a year where he could get into the top 10 relatively easily, but now you guys are talking about him losing both matches this weekend. Are you guys hearing something I'm not hearing?
I didn't say I think he's going to lose both matches this year, and I haven't heard that he's not
underdog. You said the underdog, whatever.
Well, he's the underdog basically because of the mystery component. We haven't seen him wrestle, and he's not like a Bo Bartlett level guy coming out of high school who's got a bunch of, Bo's got like legit senior level wins. I think he's placed at seniors.
Yeah.
So
as a high schooler.
So it's just a different level. He's like in a very, very regular true freshman conversation that I think someone of his caliber should be in. Like these are questions, and that's what makes the weekend so big. If he goes 2-0, he would be basically a top 10-ish consideration guy.
Bracky, where would you put him on Monday if he goes 2-0?
If he goes 2-0, he'll be ahead of D'Agostino,
who is
like 7th or something right now.
So he could be a top 10 guy. So we don't know, but
they're gaining on Iowa right away, huh?
The thing with Howard,
D'Agostino 7th.
Howard throughout his high school career is really, he's excellent. As you mentioned, he made I think 3 straight cadet world teams, but he took losses along the way, right? He wasn't a guy that like locks in and like has undefeated season. He would have hiccups, but the talent's always there.
Didn't he lose to like Moshe Schwartz maybe or somebody?
He did at Doc B.
Yeah.
Well, Moshe, and I remember thinking at the time, I was like, whoa, I was like, that's kind of strange. But then Moshe has been so good at Northern Colorado. Yeah. I'm like, okay, Moshe Schwartz is just actually really good.
Yeah, he was kind of up and down. If you remember, he won a couple Fargo tests like really, really early. Yeah. And then kind of had like a down period, and then came back up at the end, towards the end of his high school career, and now has been really solid in college.
The other thing with Robbie, too, is he had the shoulder injury his senior year.
That's true.
And I honestly wasn't sure if he was going to be able to go this year because I think he was having that repaired, but it sounds like he's all good to go.
Yeah. So it'll be cool to see him first time. He's been at Penn State, I'm sure, since I don't know how it's worked with training or whatever, but I'm sure he got there, after graduation from high school and been training. So he's going to be a different guy from what we've seen. And, we haven't seen him. He hasn't wrestled on any of the NLWC cards as far as I can remember. So, but, we'll learn a lot about Robbie. I have him as a 3-point underdog to D'Agostino. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Do you guys think it's strange, I guess, just 120, we're talking about 125 in Penn State, that Soriano couldn't stick around there because he didn't like the environment or whatever, and then Teskey also left, and those guys, if Soriano comes back, they're both like top 5 guys at 125 this year.
Yeah, that has to be frustrating for Penn State.
That's kind of funny, huh?
Yeah, with Teskey, I remember when he committed to Penn State, the people that seemed to know him were like, he's going to end up back at Iowa. Like, he's going to go there. It's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what it was told to me. Like, before anything did or didn't go well at Penn State, before he went, like at the time of the commitment, he's like, he'll go there, he'll be there a year, he'll come back. And literally like clockwork. Really? Yeah, and like clockwork, that's basically what happened.
It just didn't feel like a fit from Jump Street, right?
Yeah.
Like his style.
So why did he commit first place then?
I don't know. I mean, freaking Cale Sanderson.
Yeah.
It's hard to say
Cale
no.
puts on a pretty good recruiting pitch, I heard.
Yeah, absolutely he does. He's the best recruiter in college wrestling by far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's part of it, right? It's hard to say no. But now he's at UNI. He's ranked 6th right away. And yeah, to your point, if Nick Soriano comes back, he will be probably in the top 5 if I had to guess.
He'll take over the number 2 spot, so everyone could stop crying about Camacho being there.
Okay, yeah. Well, everyone else's number 2 lost last week to Eric Barnett, so maybe they should stop crying and start respecting the rankers and those that honor.
Hey, put some respect on Eric Barnett's name. You guys got him at number 17 right now. Also, Mr. Kradiger was not happy. Jared was not in the top 25, and I said, "Listen, I brought it up on Tuesday. You need to listen to the show."
He reached out. He reached out to Spain and I like immediately after he beat Sondland. It was really nice and like playful banter. He, like I said, he's right there. He's right there.
What percentage of parents reach out to you guys? Is it like 5% or 20% or 50%?
College, it's less than 5.
Way fewer.
It's
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what about high school?
High school, it's a lot of parents.
Like what? Like 50%?
No, not 50.
I mean, think they rank 20 times 14. That's a lot of people.
No, I'd say it's probably closer to
10 to 20%.
Yeah,
which is a lot. 10 to 20%.
A lot, sure.
Yeah.
College, it's mainly coaches or people associated with the program. And a lot of times it's not just like yelling or like crying. It's like, hey, just making sure you saw this. Like,
you get some of those, then you get some that are not those. That are like, sure, you have some bias against their university that just makes no sense at all. I won't say the school, but I was accused of being.
You hate Penn State.
No, I ranked them very high throughout theirs. Famously, Jimmy Gulabon, number 1.
Yep.
That's a good ranking. Good ranking.
Remember when you ranked Jimmy Gulabon number 1?
And listen, everyone else got it wrong. That was like the right place to rank him. Like if you looked at 141 that year, no, it's true. Just because the results don't bear out doesn't mean that the ranking was incorrect at the time. That was one of my best.
Who did everyone else have number 1? I'm just curious.
Dean Heil. But if you look at Dean Heil's the year before that, solid choice. He ended up being a little better than old Jimmy, but irrelevant to the conversation at hand. But yeah, you get some ridiculous coaching accusations from time to time. Then you get some classy ones, just asking for clarification.
This is the first year that I've had my email associated on the rankings page, and I've not gotten any of the very angry yelling at us that we're biased ones yet.
Really?
It's been very nice and cordial conversation so far. There was a funny one with David Bray yesterday with high school. Someone accused him of being biased towards the state of Colorado.
Towards it because he's from there?
No, they didn't know he was from there and said he was biased against Colorado wrestlers. And Bray was like, really? Because I grew up there.
Classic.
I'm from there.
Classic.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny.
Guy probably feels pretty stupid now.
Yeah, well, some of them still believe it. Like I had this with Virginia Tech fans, not the coaching staff, but that I was anti them at different points in time. I was like, really? That doesn't make any sense at all. So okay, we're talking about, I don't know how we got there, but it's okay. It's okay. It's a podcast. We're on our own schedule here. So Robbie Howard, big weekend. Probably the guy that'll get the people will be most interested, curious to watch. 133, Chris Cannon versus Roman Bravo Young. We talked up Chris Cannon a little bit, but RBY is a kind of a different situation there. I have RBY as a 6-point favorite against Northwestern's Chris Cannon.
RBY was trying to give me bad advice on Twitter because if RBY would have taken his own advice, Cale Sanderson would kick him off the team.
What was that? No, I didn't.
You didn't see
not
this,
see
Christian?
It. No, I didn't see it.
He wants you to win really bad.
Racky's a good searcher. Search this tweet. But listen, if RBY did this for himself, Cale would kick him off the team, no doubt.
I just sent it over to Tyler, but he said, I need Ben Askren to run 3 to 5 miles every morning, spend 8 hours a day, every day training the fundamentals of boxing, eat, sleep, and drink boxing over the next 81 days. Please.
I think he wants you to win. Well, that's too much.
I appreciate that.
3 to 5 miles, that's a little too much.
I mean, when Bo Nickel was here for a little bit in August, he was joking about Carter Staroki working too hard and them having to pull him back a little bit.
They had to do that with
well, that was the issue with Soriano, right?
Yeah, the dude just wants to train. They had to like lock him out of there because all he does is train.
Some of those little guys, though, specifically, you know, like the 125s, 133s, they're like flipping Energizer bunnies. They could just go and go and go. Like, I could see Soriano being able to put in, you know, an extra 6 miles a day on the road.
Yeah.
No problem.
For sure. A lot of them are like that. Yes. Okay. So that's Chris Cannon, RBY. RBY giving you advice. He really wants you to win, apparently.
Yeah, buddy.
Any thoughts on that match? If you want to talk about the lines, we can. If not, we'll just move on. But
yeah,
talk.
I think the lines. I mean, if we want to talk about a couple matches with the lines, I think it's cool. But when it's like two, I feel like it's almost too many. I'm favoring RBY. I think I don't want to skip. I'll skip to one for now. I'm more interested in Bo Bartlett versus Yaya Thomas because there's been a whole bunch of like Bo Bartlett's freaking amazing type of talk coming out of State College. And that's why I'm curious. We haven't really heard anything about Robbie Howard. It's because I have heard things about Carter Staroki and I have heard things about Bo Bartlett. I haven't really heard anything about Robbie Howard, which makes me wonder. But Yaya Thomas is like, I don't want to say a gatekeeper because that's probably a little too dismissive of him. But he's a guy like you're not going to beat him unless you're really good.
Yeah.
And if you beat him, you're kind of in the upper echelon of that division. That's kind of how I feel about Yaya Thomas.
I do too. I think this is a tough opening match for Bo Bartlett. This is someone that can positionally challenge him. Bo's going to win a lot of matches because he's got great position. He's a really good hand fighter. Yaya is going to be there. Bo's going to have a hard time taking Yaya down.
Everybody does.
Yes. He is just does not give him up early. And, you know, they're both like really good freestylers. I think this is like, if Bo beats Yaya first match of his collegiate career, that is eye-opening to me.
Yeah.
But I think Bo's going to be that kind of a guy for Penn State. I think Yaya is a slight favorite, like a point and a half. But, man, if Bo comes out and, you know, gets a takedown or two and can get away, which I think he's going to be solid. And Yaya can ride, but he's not the greatest. Yeah, I think I like Bo here, but I don't know. Yaya is fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know if you really like Bo here.
Really?
I think Yaya is the pick. I think he is. So I was really.
Yeah.
Put 10 push-ups
straight up.
10 push-ups.
Straight up.
What do I look like, Mr. Olympia? Sure,
straight up.
10 push-ups.
So I think that Keegan O'Toole had so much frustration. He lost to him in the junior open and then twice in a row in the junior trials. And he was, Yaya is just so disciplined with his positioning. He's really, really hard to open up. And that's I see Yaya being able to frustrate Bartlett and score off maybe his underhooks or double underhooks or something to that effect. I think it's probably most likely a 3-1 win for Yaya.
One other thing, with Yaya, it's like in Bo is probably better off. Is probably a 141 pounder. So giving up a little size to Yaya, who is a big 49, a very strong 149, I think it could be another thing. So
does not help.
I'm making all the cases for Yaya, but I'm saying Bo.
I'll take Bo in the points if I'm getting a point and a half.
Point and a half.
Yeah.
1 point match. I could see that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a close one. Another interesting one is Ryan Deacon versus Brady Berge. Deacon's so good. I think it's a couple takedown advantage here for him.
Agreed.
But big spot for Berge.
Yeah, if Berge's even competitive, I think I'm surprised, and I think that bodes well for their future.
Yaya's dad because Yaya's dad is in the Facebook chat. We're gonna murk Bo Bartlett +5 minimum.
He did? Come
Oh
on.
my gosh.
Yes, this is so great.
Yeah, Mr. Thomas is a frequent listener.
He's awesome. He's always on Twitter and everything.
He's a cool guy.
So listen, he should send some hate mail to you, Christian, because you picked Bo Bartlett.
No, he knows
Mr.
I like
Thomas,
Yaya.
I picked Yaya. I picked him because I'm the smarter podcast host.
Well, we'll see, won't we? We shall find out together.
Sunday.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Lucas Davis and Michael Beard.
Yes. Beard, who originally committed to Northwestern,
Oh,
versus Lucas Davison.
Hey, yesterday on the doc, Christian, you had all of those people that committed to Northwestern who are not there currently.
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of wonder if it's something with academics where maybe they thought they could get in and then they weren't able to get them all in or something. But
I think
dude, that
some
list
were.
is so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Seabass was obviously there. Nick Reenan, Cassiope, Michael Beard. I feel like I'm
Stevan
missing someone else.
Micic.
Stevan Micic. Oh, dude, think about those team points right there. Just think Cassiope, Micic, and Rivera right now.
Crazy.
Dude. So
I
crazy.
feel
Cassiope, I think Iowa just legit flipped.
Yes.
Reenan was after the coaching change.
Yeah.
Uh,
When Periano was
Yeah.
fired.
Micic left after the coaching change
Yeah,
too,
Micic
right?
was after the
Yeah.
change as well. Yeah, it's
Man,
and then
'cause
Seabass
he's
Seabass
so
wanted to
awesome.
come home. Yeah, I think I really don't think it's anything with the program itself that you know, they also have some limitations with roster size and things like that and yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Coach Storniolo, he's righted the ship, you know, and they're recruiting well, and it's obviously
They're developing.
Yes, and then the academics too that you gotta. I mean, the standards to get in there are Ivy League level.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, it is kind of crazy. And then so Davison versus Beard, I think that's a close match. I don't know. Davison is definitely the favorite, but I think this is a point or two bout.
Yeah, I got Davison. I've watched Michael Beard now. I think 2 times on NLWC cards. He just doesn't have a tremendous amount of offense. You know, he's not like a prototypical Penn State guy where they're just kind of relentless with their attacks and have a good variety. He's really defensive, and he's solid defensively. But I see this like a 4-2 type match.
You think Beard's really defensive?
In the matches I've watched,
Man.
yes, absolutely.
I viewed him differently typically, just like as a guy that shoots a lot, like high volume inside
That
reach
was
leg
not.
attack,
I mean,
single.
I want to say one of the matches he won was Bullsack maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who the other one was right now, but yeah, I did. That was just kind of like I can't cite the other match right now, but that was how I left feeling.
Okay, I guess I have a different sort of view. I'm not picking him to beat Davison necessarily, but I view him as having some issues finishing, having issues on the mat, but overall I find him to be pretty attack minded. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to pause for an alien hour?
Oh,
Oh,
we have an
snap.
alien hour?
We do.
We do. It's not just
Oh
on one
my
topic
goodness.
today.
Good.
We're going to cover a few different topics real quick.
Playing catch up.
Exactly. So a few weeks ago, when the most recent COVID-19 relief bill was signed, in it was that the government had to disclose a bunch of alien information, and they released some documents. But my understanding, there's gonna be some kind of hearing coming up soon, I think, with Congress where they have to present like a lot more information on the subject matter. So I'm excited to hear that. But it is really interesting. They released like 2,700 pages of documents, but they did it to this guy who runs this website. It's called the Black Vault, and this guy essentially just like all day files FOIAs for
Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah, sorry, Freedom of Information Act, so he can get documents on things that happened, incidences, things in the government. Like he ranges all over the place, from like aliens to I don't know, just random stuff that occurs in everyday life.
Don't say anything that's gonna get us kicked off Facebook, dude.
No, I
Just
won't. So
stop.
when after the relief bill came out, this guy's always sending FOIAs in. So the CIA released a CD-ROM to him with the 2,700 pages of the documents on previous alien encounters. So he converted them, took them on the CD-ROM, converted them, put them out there. Now the problem with it is that I don't know, the majority of it's redacted.
Love it.
So you're just like getting the bits and pieces of the stories.
File that's like 3 words, black space, 3 words, black. Dude, it's so annoying.
That's what pretty much like all the files look like. And like I was listening to a little video he did, kind of breaking down the document dump, and he's just like, "There's no smoking gun in here, guys. Like they're gonna keep redacting all this stuff. Like even if there were in some area, it's just you're not gonna get the full story. So hopefully we can get more out of that hearing in a few weeks."
Yeah.
Recently, not too long ago, I did an Alien Hour on the Chupacabra. You guys remember that one?
Now we're talking.
Yes.
So, and in the United States, there's literally an animal that it's not a known species of dog, if you remember right, from that Alien Hour.
Right.
But this is over in Chile, this town in Chile. And in the past month, they've had like 50 animals killed. No, this week, 50 animals killed this week.
The Chupacabra?
Well, there's no just like gunshot wound. There's no like attack wounds on the animals. Like they just can't figure out what's happening. It's not, and they're not being like eaten. Like if you remember, the Chupacabra just kind of like
latches on, drains your blood.
Exactly. So there's no like
it's vampiric. In nature.
There's no like this lion just attacked this thing and ate half of it.
Right.
And it's like the animals were examined. The attacks did not appear to have been committed by any known predators in the area. Additional tests have been ordered on the animals in the hopes that some kind of clue might emerge, which will help close the case. So
what if? Okay, what if the Chupacabra? The dog is the man's best friend. What if the Chupacabra is the alien's best friend?
Oh no,
I like that.
That could be it.
It's an alien pet.
It's an alien pet.
And then I forgot to pull this up before, but Oklahoma they're looking at putting in a Bigfoot hunting season.
Really?
Yeah. So a representative in Oklahoma, Justin Humphrey, introduced a new bill to the state legislature in an attempt to open licenses for Bigfoot hunting season, and possibly put
what? Stop.
And
Is this real?
Yes, and put a $25,000 bounty for anyone who successfully finds Bigfoot.
Is this a Joe Exotic move?
This
is he did he successfully run for Congress and win? I know he's had political aspirations. I feel like he won and implemented this from prison.
He was pretty pissed, by the way, about
not getting pardoned.
Yeah,
I can imagine his ego's so insane. He probably really thought
he said he was too innocent. He was too innocent for Trump to pardon.
I get it. I'm way too innocent to be released.
So I might, if there's a Bigfoot season, I gotta go. Like I gotta find someone that's legit going. We gotta take
Kate Brock will probably take
Kyle,
you Bigfoot
this
hunting.
is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Is it?
When you go Bigfoot hunting, where are you putting the game cams at? Like, how are you intending to hunt this Bigfoot?
You put them up all over. Speaking of, have you ever watched the show Finding Bigfoot?
Spoiler alert, they never found him.
Well, he's good. I mean, he's good.
I wonder why, Christian. I wonder why.
They did an episode in West Virginia one time, actually, and a lot of times they put trail cams up, and it was they put the trail cams up like way earlier in the show, and then at the end, I remember thinking like, what the heck? They never showed like if they found anything on there, because usually they do. Even when they don't find anything, they'll be like, "Ah, rat," like just a deer or something. So at the end of the show, like the show just ends and then it goes to a black screen. It's like, we checked the trail cams and mysteriously there was no footage on them at all. Like nothing whatsoever.
What a gimmick.
So there's definitely Bigfoot, West Virginia.
Gimmick.
Yeah.
What a
my
gimmick.
gosh.
You know, here's my thing with the Oklahoma Bigfoot. I thought the Bigfoot was a Pacific Northwest thing. I didn't even know there were rumors of Bigfoot in Oklahoma.
Oh no, it's everywhere.
Hmm.
It's everywhere.
Manhattan?
Yeah, it's Bigfoot.
Well, okay, maybe not Manhattan, but
that's
you know,
okay.
upstate New York.
Upstate. Yeah, maybe-
Social.
Yeah, maybe.
I
even-
gotta think. So I gotta
Finger
think,
Lakes.
Kyle. If you really wanted to hunt the Oklahoma Bigfoot, you could put together quite the staff of Oklahoma State wrestlers because of what Tristan Moran tells me about these guys. They are hunting fanatics. I think you could listen. You can make this the new next Flow film. You get a shooter. You hire. You rent an RV. You drive to Oklahoma State. You pick up like 3 or 4 wrestlers, and then boom, there's the show. You have the shooter to shoot you guys. Going out. You have them do some research so they know where to go in Oklahoma.
Ben, you were with us the last time that we tried to get an RV to go to Stillwater, and it did not work out well.
Why didn't we use the RV? I can't even remember. Someone was scared. We were scared to drive it or something. I don't even recall.
We all were scared to drive it. Willie started driving it, and the thing was like shaking. Felt like it was shaking.
I think he drove it to HQ and back, and we're like, we can't drive this.
We were we were very nervous, and then we're like, we just got to do it. And we got there Saturday morning to do it, and it was really windy, and it was shaking, and none of us felt comfortable driving it. We drove it right back to the rental place.
Wasn't it initially that? Wasn't it initially that we thought like 15 people were going,
Yes.
and then by the time we took off, it was like 5 or something, and then
Yeah.
I think Flo still owes me a refund because I think I rented the SUV
You
from
did.
the airport.
You did.
Got it. That was funny.
It got messed up, I think, partially because me, Bader, and I think 2 shooters went up early to do stuff. I don't even remember what for.
A bunch of plans changed like
That's
the
what it
week
was.
of. Yeah.
So we went
I
up
think
earlier.
you guys were shooting the Christian. I think you guys were shooting the
oh yeah,
Brands documentary at that time.
no, it was
John Smith.
we're trying to do the Leroy, Randy Lewis thing.
Oh, why can't we do that? Because that would be so tremendous. I wish I could.
We're trying. It's not that easy.
Still, that was
gotta-
like 5 years ago.
Well, you got to. Yeah, it's not. Not everyone wants to do it. It's not a comfortable story for people to tell. So that's kind of the hang
It would
up.
be one of the
currently.
greatest stories in wrestling.
I know. That's what we're saying. But takes more than 2 to tango in this instance. But we're hopeful it'll happen. But we understand why there's apprehension there. But yeah, so that was crazy. But what was funny to me so we did the up and back to Lincoln, and I was like, why did they get an RV for a 6-hour drive to Stillwater? It's like it's unnecessary. It's not like you're going across the country. It's like 6-7 hours, not that big of a deal. It's like it's kind of an audacious thing.
It was so unnecessary. We just thought it was going to be
Just gonna be for the
cool.
fun of it. It was gonna be cool. It was gonna be awesome. But then everyone ditched out.
Yeah, we went from having like 15 people in this RV to having enough people to fit in an SUV.
Yeah. Sion went, right?
Yeah, Sion was there.
So Christian, you weren't in the SUV. You went early, correct?
I went early, with Bader and
Yes. So it was me, Willie, Martin, Sion, Kyle. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
nice. And then driving back,
Sion's the best.
it torrentially rained the entire way back.
It rained for 7 hours back.
That was
I
horrifying.
almost died.
Yes, that was terrible.
It was so funny. Willie was driving, and he's like, I can't see anything. And Ben is in the far back, like the 3rd row. He's like, really? I can see fine. I can see fine. Willie's like, how can you see from back there? It was so funny. Ben
pulled
was
over. I think he might have even pulled over a couple times, right? Because it was so bad.
He wanted to. I don't think he ever did. But
okay, so that wasn't the time.
he didn't because you just kept saying, well, let me drive. And he was like, no, I'm not letting you drive.
When was the time when you were driving back and it was also raining?
We don't talk about that trip.
That was the
Yeah.
that was the Oklahoma State Penn State.
Yeah.
So then we were driving back from that one, the death march back to Austin, Texas, after the site imploded or whatever. And Bracky was driving, and it somehow was raining again, perhaps symbolism. And I woke up in the middle of it, and I just started yelling at Bracky to slow down and stuff.
He's like, watch out, slow down.
He's like, it's fine.
It's like, I'm fine.
Oh boy, fun.
I'm already getting offers in the Facebook chat to come up to Oklahoma. Jason Hildreth, he's got a bunch of land.
Dude,
225
225 acres, you're bound to find Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Also,
at least some whitetail.
You can't kill him. It's only a trapping.
Oh, okay. We'll just trap him.
Yeah.
Simple enough.
You know what? You know what movie was popular? This is a VHS tape. When I went to the University of Missouri on my recruiting visit, maybe this is one of the reasons I ended up there. They had this movie called Okie Noodling. Have you guys ever heard of this?
The catfish.
I know what noodling is. Yeah.
No, there's a movie called Okie Noodling. You guys should like buy the rights to it or something. But man, that gives you a really good insight into what Oklahomans are like. You guys really have to watch this movie. The one guy's like, yeah, when I was 6 years old, you know, my dad was a plumber and he couldn't fit his hand down that pipe. He said, son, you reach in there and pull out that poop, I'll give you $10. Heck yeah, I reached my hand in there, pulled it out, and then he goes, and then I've been plumbing ever since.
What's that got to do with noodling? I was hoping for a catfish
Like
story.
it's
Instead,
sticking
it's
your
brown
hand in
trout.
something. It's sticking in your hand. Who was Tristan Moran was literally just talking to someone on the phone when we were driving to and from Tennessee. Oh, that's
Look
it.
at
Oh
it.
my god. You guys have to rent this movie. I wonder if it's on
No hooks,
can
no
you
bait,
stream
no
it?
fear. Wow.
Yes. Can you stream that?
Yeah,
We
we
do
have
live
quite a few
streaming.
films we need to purchase.
Yeah.
Okay, someone on Oklahoma State's team, I don't recall who Tristan was talking to, was like talking about noodling with him on the phone, and I was dying laughing because I was thinking about this movie. And then Tristan showed me a picture of, now I'm blanking who it was, with a gigantic catfish.
Oklahoma State and Iowa wrestlers, they love to hunt.
They love hunting. I
Seriously.
mean, it's big in the sport.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I'm not a big hunter fisher. I don't know if that's probably some breaking news to you guys. Okay. Wait. Did we finish the alien hour?
Yeah,
We
we're
ended
all
up
good.
noodling.
We went like 3 little updates there.
It's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. You know, we haven't referred to the Oklahoma octopus recently, but we found out that was actually a real thing.
That was real. I had a streak there where I was getting
Come on.
proven right.
It's
Like
real. There's octopods
in
in
the
the
lakes. Lake Tin Killer was one
What?
of them.
Someone just took them from the ocean and put them in a lake, or what?
Apparently so. Now I don't understand how they can go from saltwater to freshwater, but it's like Jurassic Park. Life finds a way.
Exactly.
You know,
They adapt.
they adapt and overcome.
Adapt or die, and they didn't want to die.
It's like I don't want to die. I'll just hang out here in this
Just
lake. in
live here.
Oklahoma.
This is fine. I'll just drown Oklahomans.
Yeah, that's what they do. I'll get huge, and when they try to swim, I say, "No, this is my lake."
Yeah.
I pull them under, and they'll never believe this. Okay, let's discuss pretty seamless transition here from octopods and Bigfoot to
And noodling.
let's talk Michigan State, Ohio State. A couple interesting matches there. Rayvon Foley versus Malik Heinzelman. Heinzelman on the upswing. Rayvon Foley lost to Pat McKee. Are you giving Malik a shot here, Ben Askren?
I'm picking Malik.
Oh my gosh, he's going there. He's going there,
Malik
folks.
was the real deal. I don't know. Listen, he lost his way for a little bit. He's back. I think he's going to have a very good year this year. Maybe I don't want to say he's going to All-American. I'm gonna go round to 12 for Malik.
All right, a little hedge there, but you went for it with that. Have they wrestled? Yes, it was a major for Rayvon, 19 to 6 in
That was last year. This is
January
Malik this year.
of 2019. Okay, it was actually
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So this is new Malik.
Malik's much improved.
The WrestleStat prediction is 10-5, Foley over Malik, but you're just going for it. What about Stephen Kalbracki?
I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to take the nice safe bet and Rayvon Foley to bounce back.
Bounce back match for Rayvon. I'm saying Malik too. I thought I'd be on Malik Island here by myself, but I got my buddy Ben Askren with me.
Oh, there we go.
Listen, Malik could always get to legs, right? He could always get to legs. With Foley, and I'm just thinking about the McKee match, like McKee was getting in and really not having that hard of a time finishing.
Yeah.
I think Malik figures it out. Could be wrong here, but I'm going for it. I'm riding the Malik hype train.
All
Then,
right.
then we've got Gavin Hoffman or Chase Singletary versus Cam Caffey. This is probably, I'm just more interested to see who Ohio State puts out.
So I mean, this is one of those things where I feel like it's and normally it would be nice to be able to do it, but to keep rolling out different people is not ideal with this short of a season. I mean, we're literally talking they probably have 4 to 6 matches potentially until the conference championships. Like you got to pick your freaking guy and take him to the dance. So I'm taking Caffey over either one of them. But I'm hoping Ohio State makes a choice and goes with one or the other.
Yes, I agree.
Cam Caffey.
Cam, I agree. Okay, I think the UNC Virginia Tech duel is going to be really good. We're supposed to have that first weekend of wrestling, I believe, and it got
No, it was the week of Burroughs Taylor. It was supposed to be that Friday night.
Okay. So the second week, I guess.
Yeah.
So it got backed up, but now rescheduled. It's happening. I think it's a pretty interesting match, interesting duel. I think Tech is like a 5-point favorite. That's what I put it as, which is very much within the margins. Looking at this, some of these matchups, Julian Tag versus Sam Latona. Ben, what do you think about this one?
Latona until proven differently. I mean, Julian Tagg's had some really good wins, but Latona he's been solid. I don't really see any good reason to pick against him.
I agree. I do like Latona. I think it's maybe a little bit closer than people realize. Bracky is all in on Sam Latona in this match, I believe.
Yeah, he's gonna roll. Maybe major.
Hey, what about? Remember who did Julian Tag beat at? Maybe 2 years ago at the U20s, because didn't Gabe beat freaking RBY, right?
Yes.
2 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Who did Julian beat? I feel like he beat someone really good also.
I don't know.
I can't recall. Okay. But I thought he had a really good. I thought it was at the Open in 18 or 19. He entered like an age group above.
See, like the Senior Open?
No, but like he was like a cadet wrestling in juniors type of deal.
Yeah, that's what I think so. I think it was something like that.
We've got Latona versus Tag in freestyle, and I see
Tag
looks to be
it's probably Tag and freestyle.
Latona beat him in freestyle
really?
too.
He's
Latona beat him in freestyle too.
Yeah, he's up 7-0 with 40 seconds left. 9-0.
Dang, yeah.
Boom.
Oh man. You got to go Latona for sure.
Yep, Latona. Then Gabe Tag versus Corbin Myers. Corbin Myers, he looked great against Louis Hayes last week. I think he probably rolls here, but I think Gabe Tag's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, Gabe Tag has had some great moments, but Gabe Tag hasn't. After he beat RBY, I think we were all saying, "Oh my gosh, he's going to be freaking amazing," and then his year didn't match up to that performance. And it wasn't he beat RBY once. He beat RBY at the Open, then he also won the trials or something like that, I believe. So I'll go Corbin Myers.
I think that's where he beat Hernandez, made it through it and made the finals.
I think it'll probably be Hernandez for UNC.
You think so?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Really?
Yes. I think so. That's just my opinion.
Is that who they've been wrestling?
I mean, they've only wrestled 2 duels, and I think he wrestled one of them. I think he wrestled the first one. Yeah.
They've got some depth there. Then Zach Sherman versus Sam Hilligus. I feel like Sherman is a pretty solid favorite there over the freshman Hilligus. Then Austin O'Connor versus Bryce Andonian. What do you think about this bout?
I love it. I'm a big Andonian fan. I don't think he can beat Austin O'Connor. Yeah. Well, let's just do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. O'Connor's just a little bit too solid. But I do love Bryce Andonian. Who did he have the crazy match with like last week?
Josh Heil. He had the crazy one.
Yes, and he got up huge, and Heil started charging back on him. Correct?
Yeah, that was they had an agreement of no head hands defense in that match and just let each other in on legs. Like, said, let's see what happens.
NBA All-Star game.
Yeah,
I respect it.
I respected it. I respected that agreement, and they both honored it, which is super admirable. Yeah, I mean, everyone loves Andonian's talent, but so it's been 11-7 and 10-4 for O'Connor in the past. So
yes,
no bonus, but I think it's another O'Connor win. Yes, he's super duper good. This is gonna be a close duel, I'm telling you. 57's a total toss-up with McClure and Connor Brady. And then Kennedy Monday versus Mekhi Lewis. Kennedy famously... What'd you say?
Mekhi.
Okay.
I misspoke.
That's okay. Kennedy famously tech-fouled David McFadden at this duel. That was very surprising, but Mekhi Lewis is a different situation. I think this could be a close one. I mean, Mekhi had a tight one against Keating. Not a tight one. He dominated that match completely, but he did not bonus him. So I don't think this gets anywhere near bonus. Monday's we're going to probably get in on shots, but I just don't think he can finish on Mekhi.
Yeah. But when I'm thinking about the Monday match here, he got a relatively big, I want to say it was 5 or 6-0 on Evan Wick in the WRTC card, and then Wick just started killing him with, he kind of gassed a little bit, and Wick started scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring. So I don't see why Mekhi won't be able to score frequently late in the match, even if it was close early.
Yeah, I could see it materializing like that for sure. Those are all the kind of marquee matches, but this could be a back and forth duel. Tech the favorite, but UNC is going to be in it, I feel. And there's some toss-up matches between, like at 57 where that match has no bearing on like NCAA probably, but it's going to have a huge bearing on this dual meet.
Yeah.
I'm curious. One last thing on that duel.
Okay.
I was just going to say John Borst or Hunter Katka. I'm interested in to see who Virginia Tech puts out. Katka's a big recruit, but he did not look great in the UVA duel. Borst is definitely more proven. He looked solid in his match. So that's something to follow because I feel like whoever Tech sends is an NCAA qualifier level potential fringe AA guy. I think Borst probably has a better shot at that. And maybe not fringe AA at this point, as given the depth of 285, but still something to monitor. Go, Ben.
No, I was just saying, you guys are really into the ACC stuff, and I feel like you guys are both kind of tied into that region, and I'm getting more into them because they're good, but I have not been. I found out who Julian Tagg beat too, but I was not that into ACC wrestling previously. Julian Tagg beat Jacob Camacho.
Oh,
okay.
And they will wrestle. They will wrestle this weekend as well. It's another
Friday
big
night.
duel. You should get into the ACC, man. It's really good.
It's getting so much better, but I mean, you guys were ACC fans when the ACC was a bunch of bums.
OG ACC, that's what they call me around the office.
The duels are fun too, especially the North Carolina State. They don't like each other.
No, not friends.
And that's fun. And then Virginia Tech and NC State have just been going kind of back and forth for control over the ACC. So those duels are always a lot of fun too. And North Carolina actually the past few seasons has upset Virginia Tech in the duel. Now Tech has been the better tournament team, but they've upset them in the duel. So that one's got a little juice on it too.
Nice.
Yeah. ACC's fun, and then with the emergence of Pitt and UVA is always solid, and Duke having a rough time, but hopefully they'll be back on the upswing soon. So go ACC, great conference, fantastic academic institutions as well. Okay, Oklahoma State has a weekend up in Iowa. They wrestle Iowa State and Northern Iowa
on the same day.
In a different place. That is interesting. So are they going to do like a satellite weigh-in type of situation where
probably
there's no way they're weighing in twice, obviously, in the same day?
They wrestle UNI at 1, I believe Iowa State at 7.
Okay. So that's
but more, I mean, obviously, Oklahoma State's not weighing in twice, but more interesting, would the later team get to weigh in at the same time that Oklahoma State does earlier in the
Absolutely.
day?
Yeah, they do that with, yeah, the EIWA does this a lot.
Yeah, because everything's all close there. They can do two duels same day, different place.
Yep.
Sort of weird that they wouldn't just all condense one place, but I guess, UNI and Iowa State not interested in giving up a home duel, so it makes sense.
Especially when that's Oklahoma State.
What do we know about Iowa State 149, Degan, Cam Robinson? Do we have any information there?
No update. We reached out. Nothing.
Is Cam Robinson a Blair kid?
No. That's Malcolm.
You might be thinking of Malcolm Robinson.
Cam Robinson
is PA. Pennsylvania, Council Rock North,
Hey, scroll up. He's from Churchville, Pennsylvania?
Churchville, PA.
This is my new favorite wrestler. I'm from Churchville, Virginia. He's from Churchville.
I never heard of Churchville, Pennsylvania. That's funny.
Churchville, Virginia is more famous. The more famous Churchville, as we all know.
Got it.
Okay, wow. Good to know. So Deegan versus Llewellyn would be really interesting, but maybe Cam Robinson goes out there. He's going to be an underdog against Boo. But Deegan, I believe as it's pronounced, not Deegan, as I mispronounced it earlier. They've had some crazy ones. I think it was an injury default win for Deegan one time in 7 minutes, and then Boo's beating him.
I think he pinned him at Big 12.
Yes, he pinned him. So I'll take Boo here, regardless, but I'm excited to watch.
Yes.
Boo.
Boo.
You know who? I want to skip just a couple down here.
I know where you're going.
Okay, fine. I'll wait.
No, go.
I want to go to. I really like what you. I don't know who wrote this doc. I don't know if it's Kyle or Christian. Lance Funyon. That's tremendous.
Yeah,
I think we should probably keep that around.
You should probably keep that.
Who did that?
Especially if he ever. I did that. If he ever changes weights, I think it's even more perfect.
Yes, that's outstanding.
Lance Funyon.
But then obviously the next one, Parker Keckheisen and Dakota Gear. I know I'm biased. That's fine. I'm open about it. Let's go Parker Keckheisen.
Parker, this is a big opportunity for him. He's been good this year, very solid. Don't think he's lost at this point.
He's undefeated.
I have a hard time picking him to beat Gear right now. What do you think, Bracky?
Gear has looked much better. Like we talked about him. 184 is a better weight class for him. All bonus this year. Now his competition has been fantastic.
He has a decision.
Matt Waddell. Oh yeah. It's a 6-point decision. Matt Waddell's top 25 guy. He majored him. But I would think Gear right now.
Yeah. I'm with that. But respectful. Funyon versus Plot is going to be exciting.
Yeah, this is Plot's first ranked wrestler. Runyon, man, he went at Mantanona.
Yes.
Like he was all over
shot.
him. Yeah, trying to slap on cradles from all over the place. The first one was really awkward, and he still got it. He was fun to watch. So, yeah, that should be, I bet, pretty high scoring and a lot of action.
Yes. I think it will be high scoring. I think Plot's just going to be he's going to be a little better in the finishes than Runyon will be. So, not yet for Runyon. Plot, I think, is just, he's blue chip, high caliber, high output.
We talked about Caleb Romero the other day. Plot beat him one year at juniors.
Bad.
As a high school sophomore.
Beat Caleb Romero as a high school sophomore. Yeah.
I killed Parker one time. I was just like, Parker, was maybe a senior of high school. I think, and then maybe Plot was a junior, and I remember watching the match like, holy shit, this kid's good, like really, really good.
He's awesome. Yeah. He's awesome. He's kind of one of those guys. I feel like we talked about him, and he was definitely in the conversation, but he never really had like the signature like who's number one moment or anything like that. But he's been awesome for a really long time. And I guess he had the ACL year. Which certainly
missed his senior year.
That certainly doesn't help keep you in the conversation. That's when you really start talking about guys more and more. But yeah, I'm so excited to watch 2 Oklahoma State duels. You and I duel live on Flow.
Yep.
That's awesome. Excited to
2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central.
Good time zone breakdowns from Bracky. He had that one holstered. AJ Ferrari versus Younger Bastida at Iowa State. Bastida not been amazing this year, but I think the neutral battles will be exciting. Because both these guys are really good on their feet.
That's what I was going to say. Ferrari, not that I've watched a lot of Ferrari and folk style, but he's not known for his top work, correct? It's all neutral stuff.
Right.
So that makes this a little more interesting.
Yes. But you may not have to be overly proficient on top to give Younger
He's done a nice job. AJ has the matches I've seen transitioning from his double. He's good at getting a Turk, like a bottom leg Turk, off of it.
Someone hit a real nice one in the duel this week. I can't remember who it was.
Well, it's Trimble, right? Trimble. I brought that match up.
Trumbull.
We were doing Turks on Tuesday night. And I said, I wasn't Isaac Trimble. Trumbull. What's his damn name?
Isaac Trumbull.
Trumbull. Well, I listen. I just heard of the guy for the first time like 2 days ago. You guys can't expect me to get his name perfect.
Yeah. It's a process.
Trumbull. He got a turkey. It was tremendous. Brought it up for my kids. I probably got his name wrong to them.
NATO was really good at that. Suriano actually was really good at it too, scooping the bottom leg, taking him over. Okay. Any other duels you want to talk about? Other big match? Oh, Nino Bonacorsi versus Jay Aiello is happening in the Pit UVA duel.
Nice.
That's interesting. Bonacorsi, a bounce back match potentially versus Aiello, who took out the Andy Smith in the Virginia Tech UVA duel. And I don't know if we ever talked about that match after it happened, but it was a decision. And once again,
the same thing happened. Aiello had a big lead, and in the final 15 seconds, Andy Smith took him down.
Christian, why? Why you keep this up?
He's taken down the 1 and 2 guys in the country as a true freshman.
Oh my
Not a lot of guys. Listen, we'll see them all at the finish line. In like 5 years. In 5 years.
I don't listen. He may be good at some point. It's just not this year.
He's good right now. He's
oh my god.
A true freshman holding decisions to the number 1 and number 2 guy in the country, and he's completely unknown. I'm just saying. I'll fight you all. I won't fight you, Ben. I would have fought you a couple months ago, maybe. Now you're training for YouTubers and TikTokers, and I don't think I have a chance.
TikTokers. There you go.
Okay. Do we want to go to questions?
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
Okay. From Roy Donk, jazz legend. Should wrestling on a knee in the neutral position be called for stalling? This is an interesting one. It's called.
I thought it already was.
Well, in freestyle, you'll get hit for passivity with the quickness if you drop your hands down or drop to a knee.
I thought folk style you still got called, didn't you?
I don't know. Alan Waters and LaValle and those guys were like crouching tigers throughout much of their career, and then they weren't penalized for it. I'm certain we don't have any sort of exact black and white rule for that. I think it should be.
Yeah. My whole take on stalling is like I hate it when they have to qualify something with an exact rule because then it forces like for example, some refs are so bad. One guy shoots and he shoots and he shoots and he shoots and then he finally gets a takedown and the other guy's very clearly been stalling for it's only been 2 minutes, right? But he's very clearly been stalling. The other guy's aggressive. And then all of a sudden they get the rear standing and the top guy doesn't return him fast enough and he gets called for stalling. It's like, well, that's freaking stupid because when you look at the match in its entirety, one guy has been significantly stalling more, yet he doesn't get called. So I hate it when there's like rules like this is stalling. It's like, okay, if the guy's on his knees too long and he's stalling, just freaking call him for stalling because we all know what stalling is. Just freaking call it.
Yes. That is frustrating, and that happens all the time in wrestling. The example you gave right there is identical, or the drop down rule, or a weird edge interpretation. Yeah, I do hate that. I don't know if you need a hard and fast wrestling on. I mean, if you're not trying to score, then you're stalling. So if you're wrestling on a knee, it's a lot harder to score. You can like dart in on some shots, but really you do that to limit. Because no one can shoot on you if you're on your knee, right? You have to basically they have to score from short offense or whatever. So I think if you are on there for a prolonged amount of time, throw up the fist. But I am an advocate for the quick stall. All right, CJ.
Was that you guys that we? Oh, Brecky, didn't we announce the Badgers duel together and that ref we called him Johnny Quickstall? That was tremendous.
Yeah, you and me.
Johnny Quickstall.
Johnny Quickstall.
Yeah,
he was good.
Awesome.
He was a good ref. He was holding. That was fun. Yeah, Johnny Quickstall. Would Bracky ever wrestle in one of the pro cards? And then someone replied and said, second this. So the people really want to see Bracky.
Let's go if the money's right.
Who you gonna wrestle? He's
Josh
got to be
Bucky.
another like.
He
journalist.
was Josh Bracky versus Butke.
Josh Bucky
Josh Butke.
for the 141-pound starting spot for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, in 2005. He was on that
Why you
Iowa.
want to wrestle him?
It's just because Bray brought it up the other day.
Yeah,
What was it? Someone versus someone, and then me
Spay versus Bray, Bracky versus Bucky, or something like that. Yeah, he was the guy that was like kind of almost like a focal point for that ESPN documentary about Iowa. And he was the guy that tried to start.
Remember?
Yeah, Josh Budke. So Bracky versus Budke. Anyone else that?
Yeah, I wrestled Dirk Bauer.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he beat me in the state finals twice.
Ooh! What if we did that? What's Dirk Bauer doing?
I don't know.
Dirk, where are you? Dirk.
at?
Hey, listen.
Someone tell Dirk Bauer.
You might think this is a joke, but it's not a joke.
No.
Kyle Bracky has not been training, but he would train.
I've not been
Dirk
training.
Bauer, he's a sales associate at Treasure Isle. I'm looking at him.
Treasure Island, what is that, a mini golf course?
He's in Raleigh, North Carolina. He went.
What does he
Did he
look
go to
like?
Seneca Valley High School?
No.
Darn it,
Damn it.
wrong Dirk Bauer.
Wrong Dirk Bauer.
Went to
Son of
Wheeling
a
All
Park.
right, we got to.
freaking
All right,
Dirk
listen.
Bauer from Wheeler.
I don't know.
Find him.
I don't know if they have Facebook in West Virginia, but all our West Virginia listener, please get on the Facebook and see if you can hunt down Dirk Bauer.
Can I get extra money for this?
If we can get Dirk.
I'm not doing it until I get extra
We'll give
money.
you seven cases of Monster.
Yeah, I get paid.
No, straight cash, homie.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
And or Bitcoin.
Or Bitcoin. Wow.
Okay, we'll
Okay,
say
I've
Bitcoin.
never heard him say he would accept
I can't
Bitcoin.
Find Dirk Bauer. Crap. I'm gonna look on Instagram now.
He better not be incarcerated. It's going to be a lot tougher.
I want to see this guy.
If we need a presidential
mad.
pardon to get Dirk Bauer versus Kyle Bracky, that would be so funny if you wrestled the guy that beat you twice in state finals.
Yeah.
Twice?
That would be close.
Were they close?
Is it Bauer
Yeah.
or Bowers?
Bauer. Bauer.
No relation to Kyle?
Oh, I was
No
going
relation.
Bowyer.
Even though they are from the same
Dirk.
city.
No.
Wheeling.
Dirk Bauer.
Wow.
I'm not
That would be
seeing
amazing.
anything.
Listen, I'm putting it on the line because if I lose, that's super embarrassing. I called him out.
Yeah.
I've already lost to him twice.
You literally work at the place. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I found him. One mutual friend. I'll
You
do-
did?
That's not him.
Oh, it's not him. Not him.
Oh my goodness. Is it DIRK or is there another way to spell it?
DIRK.
Okay.
Dirk Bauer. Yeah, we can't find him. This is not good, Bracky. He's off the grid.
Man, that's
What? He
epic.
Kyle Bracky and disappeared.
Yeah. Classic hit and run. Now everyone, we got the whole Facebook looking for him. All right, we've got him. Is that him?
I don't know
That's
if you
him.
guys know
Oh,
this,
we
but
found
there's
him.
a
We got
lot-
Dirk.
there's
We've
a lot
got a
of Dirk
Dirk.
Bowers in Germany.
Yeah, that
Did we
sounds
find
super
him? Put him
German.
up on the screen.
All right,
This is him.
Facebook message him right now. Just be like,
Hey,
listen,
sucker, you want a match?
let's go. Listen, we're gonna have cards from now till forevermore. We can give him a couple months training camp. We can see what happens.
Well, give him a warm-up match against, Piles or something.
I'll try to tucker him out for you, buddy. So how'd those matches go? Tell us more. I want to know more.
They usually went
Did you
He
ever
was-
beat him?
not in high school. I actually didn't lose to him till high school, so that was pretty sweet. No, multiple of the matches were 1-0.
Wow.
I couldn't get away like a coward. He was really good. He was kind of lanky. He was really good. Had really good tight waist, and I just couldn't seem to like get my wrist clear. And then I would get in on his legs, and I couldn't finish. Couldn't finish.
Well, you come up for a week training camp
Yeah.
at AWA. We'll get you finished on those shots.
Heck yeah.
Dirk Bauer's going down. We
We
got him
should
on the
just-
screen yet?
You know what we should do? We should let's not put Dirk Bauer and his family
I
up on.
don't want to dox his family.
I don't want to do that. We should send Bracky to a Askren Wrestling Academy, and we send Dirk to like Corvallis. He trains with Pendleton, and then Pendleton corners Bauer,
There you go.
Ben corners Bracky, and then you wrestle Pendleton. No.
Listen, I've already told you this. Pendleton's 230. I have zero desire to wrestle him.
Yeah, I know. Pendleton First of all, congratulations, Coach Pendleton.
Oh yeah.
Birth of their baby. He has a baby.
Your kid.
Yes.
Nice. Good for him.
Yesterday, 2 days ago. So congrats to him. But he wants to wrestle again. He mentions it almost every day. He's like he would like a match against a guy. He don't want like Snyder or Jaden level guys, but he's like, someone on the ladder, he would entertain the match.
I know who I'd match him up with. Nate Jackson, because Nate Jackson will wrestle everybody.
He'll wrestle everybody. That's absolutely
Actually, true. You know what? I said Nate Jackson's wrestling Mark Hall. Mark Hall's making his 86 debut. Who you pick?
Mark.
Really? Nate Jackson been beating everybody though.
I don't like to pick against Mark Hall in wrestling matches.
Yeah, freestyle. His gut. First match in a while. I think he's going to be pretty freaking good. I don't know, man. I mean, Nate.
What is Nate Jackson ranked at 86 right now? He's got to be relatively high. Feels like he's winning a lot.
I mean, he would not be ahead of Zahid. He would not be ahead of Miles. He would not be ahead of David Taylor. So I don't know.
He's like 5 or 6,
fifth or sixth. Yeah. I think Mark Hall, and he's wrestled up before. He wrestled like at 84 in 2014 trials, I believe.
A long time ago.
Yes. So I think he'll be fine with the size. I don't know, maybe. Freaking Nate is so big and fast.
Wow, you guys got Nate at 8.
Behind who?
Yeah, David, Zahid, Miles, Bo, Alex, who he's hurt now, Gabe, Trent, Nate.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah, 86.
I'm gonna go Nate Jackson. I'm going Nate Jackson.
The factor of he's wrestled so much has to help, and Mark has not wrestled since Big Tens. New training situation too, right? So he transitioned from Penn State to Penn. My question is like, how consistently has he been able to train? My thing is just he's so freestyle savvy. I could see him countering a leg attack if Nate doesn't finish quick. If he gets on top, his gut wrench is really good. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It could be crazy.
I think it's interesting because Mark is so good defensively, and Nate has been very volume heavy with his shots and stuff. So it's going to be a fun match because Nate's going to keep shooting, and Mark's really good there. So, is it going to be? I feel like it's going to be one way that I feel like Nate's going to be able to figure out the finishing thing and get 2 or 3 or 4 takedowns, or he's not going to be able to figure it out, and then once that happens, he doesn't really have another answer for Mark Hall.
Man, if he takes down Mark Hall 4 times, I will be shocked. My jaw will hit the floor. That just sounds
I mean, think about how many times. Well, let's see. He took down Sammy Brooks 5 times in a period. Took down Win Mahalik 5 times in a period. Who else?
It's Mark Hall.
I wish I had his record in front of me. I could read it off to you. But
Baby Marky.
He's been taking dudes down.
Multiple world champion. 3-time world champion?
Junior level.
Junior level? You act like, what is that?
That's what senior level.
Okay.
Mark Hall hasn't even competed at the senior level. Listen, Mark Hall might be great. We just haven't seen it. That's all I'm saying. At the senior level, where we've seen it.
Yeah.
He wrestled the World Team Trials Challenge Tournament.
Becker should have beat him there. Damn it all.
Man, your dismissiveness of junior world championships at 74 is audacious. That is insane, Ben. Junior world.
I'm just saying,
there are guys
it doesn't always translate to senior level. There have been guys who have done really well. And listen, all right, I think Mark Hall is going to be really good. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think he's going to be really good. I'm just saying we haven't seen it, and we definitely haven't seen it at 86, and we've seen Nate Jackson have a tremendous amount of success lately. That's all I'm saying right now.
I get what you're saying. Nate Jackson lost to Drew Foster RTC Cup also.
Really?
Really. Nate's really good.
Okay.
But I just think I think there's something you're forgetting the caliber that Mark Hall is, I think, in my opinion.
Well, we haven't seen him in 10 months, so that doesn't help either. And I don't know why, but I feel like he's really small. Maybe it's I literally just watched Nate Jackson wrestle at 215 pounds. So I feel like
big.
There's and I also feel like, and maybe I'm wrong on this, I feel like Mark's probably a real 79 kg guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, maybe that's why I feel like there's a gigantic size discrepancy also.
Yeah. I tend to just pick Penn State guys in general, and I'm right a lot. I think he's gonna win. Nate's awesome, great guy, awesome wrestler. I just think Mark is. I think he's just got it in freestyle. That's my opinion.
Fair enough.
Okay, can we have a segment where Sion and Ben Askren have a name pronouncing contest? Each get 5 names to pronounce. Most pronounced correctly wins. Loser does push-ups. And someone wanted you to say Mike Mal's last name in the questions as well.
I think I know Mike. Mike Mal's. I think it's Mike Mal and Conoco.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
Perfect.
Did I get it right? Yeah. Take that.
I
You
need
guys got
that.
any brain busters for me? Rizzuto.
Yeah, Rizzuto is going to be our next one. Yeah, I'm all in. Listen, Sion, I hope you're listening. But I'm calling you out. You don't come in enough anymore. You used to be a regular.
Sion doesn't come to work.
No, he's working. Actually, I got to call him. He called me yesterday. I didn't get to call him back. I got to call him. Now he's really mad at me. That's not going to help.
Come on the show.
If he came in more, we have the back table reset up again. He could come in, sit down there, and chat. But he doesn't come in much anymore. Another guy we need to get on radio some is Oliver Stone, our marketing guy. This guy,
he's electric.
Exactly. A lot of people may not know him. He's on the short list for one of the funniest guys in the office, and we have a lot of funny people that work here. So, trying to get
a wrestling guy.
Yeah, he's a marketing guy. The marketing team, they're kind of behind the camera a little more than in front, unlike content, but. He's got it. He's from Long Island. Very witty, very funny guy. So maybe you've seen him. I'm trying to get the back table, make it a thing for people to come in and hang out a little bit. Okay. Nikki Freestyle says, I personally think that at the end of every NCAA season, you should do a recap video, just like the one you did for the season that wasn't. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. The one thing that would make it tough is that we aren't anywhere. Like, during most of last year, we were at these places, calling matches and whatnot, doing interviews with people. None of that this year. Have we been to a Division I event yet?
I have not.
I don't think anyone at Flow has been. Like, we're not able to go. We were going to go to UNI. It's like we understand there's protocols for everything. And we're going to go. I don't know what conference weekend's going to look like for us. So I agree, and maybe we pick that up for the next season, but it'll be tough for this year. Let me see if there's anything else before we get the heck out of here. Can we bring back Tuesday headlines? I think that we should. I forgot that we
we should. Let's go right now.
All right, get it, Ben.
Oh, yeah. Parker Kirkeisen upsets Dakota Gear, moves into the top 10 of the rankings.
Okay.
Second one is Justin Cardani beats Spencer Lee.
We're live. Everyone just heard that too. I'll say, okay. Remember, in case you're wondering what Tuesday headlines are, it's not just, you make a little prediction. You say, it's got to be big and bold. That way, if you call your shot, you really put yourself out there. You had to go out on a limb, okay? Mine will be Mark Hall texts Nate Jackson.
Whoa! Wow, shots fired.
Not shots fired. That's the Tuesday headline. I'm putting myself. You got to be out there on the limb.
Yeah. Okay. Still shots fired.
I thought about. Here's my second place. Tuesday headline was, number 7, Robbie Howard.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Goes 2-0. So you can steal that one, or maybe I'll say that's double Tuesday headlines. That would be below the fold. Tuesday headline. I think the Mark one's a little more audacious.
The Mark Hall one, that's a good one.
Man, I don't got a good one.
Illinois over
Come
Iowa.
on, Brad.
Illinois over Iowa is still in play. No one has called that one yet.
No, I don't want that one.
What if Julian Tagg went 2-0? He'd probably be ranked really high. Come on, pick that one.
Yeah, that goes.
I don't believe that.
Bracky would never do that.
No.
Well, listen, even if you don't believe it, if you're bold enough, people are gonna give you some credit.
Yeah, I know. I can't even
What about
say
this?
that with.
What about this Tuesday headline? Bauer accepts Bracky's challenge.
Yes, there it is.
That's his Tuesday headline.
Oh.
Yep.
if any one of these happens, this would be a pretty electric Tuesday headline. So make sure you tune in Tuesday.
Headlines. We gotta keep doing the Tuesday headlines. I like
Yep,
them.
it's a good bit. Great bit, and a great weekend of wrestling coming. My goodness, I think we released like the full weekend schedule for how to watch and everything. So check that out. Plenty. You should not go anywhere this weekend. Friday through Sunday, just watch wrestling. Don't really do that. Get up, get outside. But lots to watch. Make sure you watch UNI versus Oklahoma State. That would mean a lot to me.
Yes.
And with that, we'll get the heck out of here. We'll see. I'm sure Ben Askren's going to be on Good Morning America probably tomorrow or something. So make sure you watch that wherever he ends up.
Tomorrow.
He's coaching wrestling on Good Morning America Live. That's going to be exciting. Maybe the Today Show, something with Al Roker. Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate you listening. You're the best. We'll be back next Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Out.